Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Spring football is right around the corner. Practice starts on March the 20th. The orange and white game will be on April the 15th. We're going to do a live hangout for the orange and white game. Should be a good time. Hope to see you guys there. I'll have more information on that as it becomes available. But what I want to do is take you all the way up to spring practice. Let's kind of go through each position group, offensively, defensively. And I think for this football team going into the 2023 season, it all starts at the quarterback position. It all starts with Joe Milton. We're going to get into it and talk about it. As always, do me a favor, smash that like button just below the video. It's quick, free, easy, helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you are new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're not media. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Part of the spring coverage, we're going to be doing a live show Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, breaking down the offensive side of the ball. Next Wednesday, also 7 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to break down the defense. And then I'm going to be sprinkling in videos every single day to get you guys geared up for spring practice. So make sure you're sharing these out, blast them out on social media. I would appreciate it. But let's get into it. Let's talk about that quarterback position. Obviously, Hendon Hooker off to the NFL. Wish him the best of success. Hope he makes millions of dollars at the next level. But that brings us to Joe Milton, QB1. Which Joe Milton do we get? You see the monster, 6'5", 245. He's got the big arm. But which Joe do we get? You know, you can look at his numbers there on the screen. As a freshman and a sophomore, didn't do a whole lot at Michigan. And then in 2020, 56.7% completion percentage, threw for over 1,000 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and then lost the starting job at Michigan. He got hurt. He was banged up when he arrived on campus. He had the thumb injury. Goes into 2021. A lot of us were excited. A lot of us were hyped up. I thought Joe Milton was the front runner, and everything you heard coming out of practice was that he made all the throws. He had an NFL arm. I was excited about the future of Joe Milton, but we all know how that played out. The accuracy issues, 51.6% completion percentage, goes down injured. Hendon Hooker takes over, and it's all off to the races. It's the Hendo Cinco show from there on. Now, how does Joe Milton adapt? How does he grow from that, losing that starting job in 2021? You can see the numbers there from this past season. Accuracy went way up, way up. And again, this is mop-up duty. He did start the game against Vanderbilt, started the Orange Bowl. If we get that Joe Milton, if we get the Joe Milton that beat Vanderbilt like a drum, we get the Joe Milton that balled out in that Clemson game, then we're going to be just fine. 64.6% completion percentage, almost 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Look at his quarterback rating, 204.3. But which Joe Milton do we get? Do we get the Joe Milton from 2021 that lost the starting job? Or do we get the Joe Milton from 2021 that was the ultimate teammate, the biggest cheerleader for Hendon Hooker? How did Joe Milton grow and develop once he arrived at Tennessee until now? Something I want to share with you guys. This was from the Vol Club Confidential. It's an interview program that VolQuest does on YouTube. They had Joe Milton on, and they kind of talked about his growth, where he was at when he arrived at Tennessee until now. I want you guys to hear what Joe Milton talked about. Let's take a listen.
You have to understand the offense and what the coaches want in the offense. And when I mentioned about Gaston and Nico not wanting to brush off like what I'm trying to teach them or what I'm trying to help them with, I was that person. I thought I understood the offense. I thought I understood what the coaches wanted, and it messed me up because I was like, okay, I know it. So now that I start, I can just go do whatever now. I can make all these throws. But the thing is, what I had to realize was you have to actually have a relationship with your receivers.
Yeah.
When I first got here, I was like, okay, I was hitting them in practice, but it's a little bit different from game speed. Guys don't really know when my adrenaline is going, that I throw the ball further, So those guys had to adjust to that. I had to adjust to them. It was like a learning phase. That's why this year was very important for me, because it was real deal, like a learning phase. Like I was mad that I wasn't starting, but at the end of the day, it was out of my control because I had to be better as a person. So what can I do? I can help out my brother, help him make the team be more successful, and then call it a day.
How can you not love Joe Milton? How can you listen to him talk and talk about, obviously you're mad. Any competitor is going to be mad if they lose the starting job, but he wants to support his brother, wants to support his teammates. The maturity to admit that he thought he knew it all. He thought he knew the playbook. He is growing, he is developing, he is maturing, and this is one last ride for Joe Milton. We were talking, last night during the NCAA football stream where we play video games, but we talk all things of all football all night long. You guys should come hang out for that stream. We were talking about Joe Milton, and this is a money year. It's all on the line for Joe Milton. If he puts it together, if he plays like he did against Vanderbilt, and he plays like he did against Clemson, I think we see Joe Milton as a first-round draft pick. All the hype about AR, all the hype about Will Levis. That's what Joe Milton's got. He's got the size. He's got the measurables. Can he put it together on the field? I think I'll rewatch the Orange Bowl game just this weekend. And I think Joe Milton is getting better at reading the defense and going through his progressions. We weren't just seeing, the deep balls. That's what we saw that first year. So many missed deep balls. But we saw Joe Milton in that Orange Bowl really going through progressions, making the right reads, hitting Princeton Fant, checking down his connection with Squirrel White is on another level. I'm excited to see Milton to White all year long in 2023. But it's the Joe Milton show. Can Joe Milton get it done? Now, the SEC is a very physical league. We know what can happen. Look what happened to Hendon Hooker. And I don't want to speak it into existence, but, the reality of college football in 2023 is it's going to be very difficult to keep a backup quarterback on campus. And we saw that with Taven Jackson transferring out off to Indiana. Wish him the best of success. But we've got the 5-star kid with the golden arm, Nico Iamaleava, the #1 recruit in the country, according to on3.com. He's going to be your backup quarterback. We all know 6'6", 195, all the talent in the world. We've seen the highlights. We've seen the clips. We've seen the 7-on-7s. Nico's got everything you want in a quarterback. But he's coming in as a true freshman, coming in as a kid. Is he ready? Do we want to see him on the field? I'm excited for the future of Nico Iamaleava, but I don't want to see him starting. Because if Nico starts for Tennessee this year, that tells me Joe Milton's not getting the job done or Joe Milton is injured. I want to see Nico do what Joe did in 2022. I want to see Nico come in mop up duty and look efficient. And that's what Joe did. Again, when we talk about the stats, the improvement in completion percentage, 10 touchdowns, no interceptions. I mean, that's impressive. Mop up duty or not, coming in 204 quarterback rating, completion percentage up like 15%. 1,000 yards, no interceptions. That's impressive, and that's what I want to see from Nico. I want to see Nico learn this offense. And everything you've seen and read and heard is that he's putting in the work. He came in, arrived. He was an early enrollee, shows up. He's got the entire playbook on his iPad so he can study. Student of the game, good kid, all the athletic potential in the world. But I really don't want to see Nico when the game's on the line in 2023. But we all know Nico's the future. Nico is the reason we're seeing, all this hype in the class of 24 at the wide receiver position with Ryan Wingo, with Mike Matthews, with J.J. Harrell. All that hype and buzz is coming from Nico because they know Nico is going to be the one slinging them the rock. But Nico's going to be QB2. Again, it's tough, man. It is tough to keep a guy like Taven Jackson. You can't put a price on that. To have a guy like Taven Jackson, which is a talented kid that had a full year in the system to come in and be your backup going into this next season. But now you don't get that. So you got Nico coming in and trying to learn the entire offense, trying to grasp the offense. Do you really want him out there when the game's on the line? Behind Nico is going to be Gaston Moore, a guy that committed to Josh Heupel at Central Florida. Then he follows him, transfers up to Tennessee. Not a lot of action last year. Had 5 attempts in some mop-up duty. Did throw the interception. I forget which game it was. Gaston Moore just chucked it up. But that's the problem. The quarterback room would look so much better with Joe Milton, Taven Jackson, Nico Iamaleava, and then Gaston Moore. But now you just don't have that luxury in 2023. So if something happens to Joe Milton, if Joe Milton doesn't get it done, we're looking to throw a true freshman out there in SEC play. Hopefully that's not the case. What do you guys think of the quarterback room? Going to continue these spring preview videos throughout the next few weeks, leading you up to spring practice. We'll hit each position group. What are you excited about? What are you nervous about? But hit the comment section. Let me know what you think about the quarterback room. Do we see a new version of Joe Milton in 2023? Was the Orange Bowl a fluke, or is that the new Joe Milton? Because it is the Joe Milton Show. But I always want to hear your guys' comments in the comment section. As always, smash the thumbs up on the way out the door and go check out the official merchandise. You guys know where, bonfire.com/store/Talkin Balls. We got the presidential shirts, scoreboard shirts, state pride logo shirts, any and all sport. Greatly appreciated. Also, you can become a member of this channel. If you like the content, you like the videos, you like the live streams, hit that join button. It's only $1. As little as $1 per month, you become a member of this channel. The members are what allow me to do this full time and try to bring you as much content as humanly possible. So thank you to all the members. If you want to be a part of that, hit that join button. Access to custom Talkin Balls emojis, fan call-in shows. You get a power T beside your name, all kinds of fun stuff. And really, you support this channel. You support my career during the off season, because it's easy during the fall when we got games and post-game shows and tailgate shows, but it gets a little tough in the off season. So thank you guys for supporting what we're trying to do around here. But that's going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin Balls Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.